Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Heroes of Wellspring City, House Call Part 2. My name is Zen, and I will be your DM for today. And joining me, we have our players for today's session.
Hello, and a wonderful Wellsprings New Year to you all. My name is Lordlyhour. I'm playing Cat Afka.
Hello, I'm Verl and I'm playing Shaun.
Hello, I'm Tallestnull. I will be playing Tailwind.
All right, and author and KT, due to some scheduling issues, won't be joining us for this part, so uh, Nicola and Lena are off making out in a corner, I guess.
Roadkill just looking at them like, I bring you to meet my friends, and you just go off and make out in the corner.
It's a random person's house.
It's not necessarily canon that that's what they're doing, but this I had the thought, oh gosh, that takes both of them out of the picture, so
They are just suspiciously off camera the entire time. We do not know what they are doing, but they are suspiciously out of frame.
They're
Yeah,
fist
maybe
fighting
they're
ninjas in the corner of the screen. It's fine.
maybe they're helping in the kitchen. Maybe
And Nicola's flat anyway, it's hard to see him in 3D.
They're standing
Microaggressions.
sideways.
Maybe
Sort of. I'm just imagining that, like, every time that we're talking to someone, they've coincidentally been waylaid by someone else.
Maybe Shelby took them to see the courtyard garden.
Courtyard.
All right, but this I think leaves you guys on the roof having just said goodbye to Shelby and yeah, I did not put a lot of detail into what exactly you guys were planning to do next. You have two of the kids left to meet, which is Marilyn, the sort of adult daughter, and then Wesley, the youngest. And there's also the dad of the family. So I guess who would you like to seek out first?
Well, I do think it would be weird to be like, yes, we young teenagers are going to go visit the father. So, probably one of the other kids. Then again, I did have a friend in high school who, like, I kind of liked his dad more than I liked him. He was a cool dad.
I'm just picturing a dad wearing like a hat or something that says cool dad.
uh,
Mm-hmm.
worlds.
Alright.
Sort of. But yes, I think one of the other children would probably make most sense.
Perhaps you guys go talk to Marilyn and then the youngest son and the dad can be together.
That makes sense.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't remember where I told you guys Marilyn was.
It's okay, we don't
So.
remember either, so you can say anything and we'll believe you.
There you go.
Yeah. I'm gonna say you guys go back into the stairwell and start heading down to, you know, rejoin with Patricia back in the kitchen when, as you're passing one of the floors, you hear some loud noises. So it seems someone is definitely on this floor.
I'm just going to go snoop at the loud noises.
We know Cat is attracted to large noises.
You want to roll perception?
Oh yes, I should do this. Rolls talk / R to roll. I still managed to almost fuck it up. One.
That's just the way.
Come on, my boy.
I
Well,
managed.
not 1d30.
Yep. I managed to fuck up rolling like the first time I rolled in Meadowbrook because it's not the slash art roll and I wasn't paying attention. Alright, 23,
rolled 2.
16, not bad for Shaun. Tallest?
Yeah, give me a second. Dungeon Master's Vault was
Do you
having me
think-
re-sign in.
It always does that at the
Do you
worst
th-
times.
Do you think Tailwind would get advantage for listening to explosions? Because, their ears must be tuned to exploding things
I
because they do
never
have their
said-
own workshop.
I never said it was an explosion, I said it was a loud noise.
It was loud, and also that's actually a disadvantage. If a Tailwind's putting their big ears next to big explosions, their hearing is actually worse.
Perception, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Just making sure before I hit the button.
22,
22.
very nice.
I
So
guess
yeah.
Shaun's slacking.
Oh, so same as always?
Yes.
Mean to him. Shaun's focused on not tripping and falling down the stairs with his slime feet.
Yeah. And Shaun just isn't like attracted to the loud sounds of problems like these two are.
Yeah. Shaun sensibly would rather go away from loud, spooky noises. Shaun possesses a brain cell.
At least one. At least someone does. So yeah, all three of you can tell that this is like the sound of grinding, scraping metal. Very unpleasant. Tailwind, it probably sounds a bit similar to like your Uncle Goat running the trash compactor on a car or something. Or some metal furniture. Yeah. So you get that much from it, and Cat, yeah, it sounds like the trash compactor running and compacting, bending, breaking something metal. So
Just like, okay, that sounds like it needs to be oiled.
yeah, the two of you can tell that's definitely metal that is not functioning as intended. This is not like something running as normal.
Okay. Rose isn't in here to say it, so I will. That sounds metal as fuck. I had to put that on the recording.
I was gonna say it if no one else did.
So, Cat, knowing Tailwind, will assume that Tailwind is going to hear a machine in peril and just already start walking that way, assuming Tailwind is already going that way.
Trying to track down exactly what. Okay, by the sound of the metal, what two surfaces are grinding against each other, and how long have they been stuck like that? It's just like mumbling from there.
Just
yeah.
just the mental image of you know those dogs that do the point pose? I'm just fully imagining Tailwind doing that.
I can neither confirm nor deny.
Wait, well, Tailwind, instead of thinking about it, we could just walk towards it and see.
I mean, I was like slowly. All right, just call me out like that.
Yeah, with the 22 and 23, you two can easily follow the sound of the noise through a hallway of the hotel that seems to be a little bit less lived in than most of the other parts of the building that you've seen. Kind of dusty and worn down. It seems like this is not a part of the building that people come to regularly. And you open the door. You open a door, one of these doors to one of these rooms, the locks on which don't work because the apocalypse happened and hotel door locks got broken in the process, I guess.
Fundamentally not great at the best of times, like 20
Mhm.
years after an apocalypse.
Yeah. And being assimilated into like a living building. Um yeah, door's not locked and you guys can push it open.
Carefully.
I'm half imagining Tailwind getting distracted from the fucking noise and just being like, oh, I could fix that lock as well.
Again, he's already got a list of things to bring. Again, like last time, he has a list of things to bring
That
back here on the
Mhm.
list. Is just underlined 3 times supplies.
Mhm. Yeah, they like open the door, notice that the lock's not working, look at the doorknob to see what kind of lock it would take to fit. Uh making mental notes of that. Um but at first glance, the room appears to be filled with just a lot of twisted scrap metal, the likes of which you saw laid out over top of the courtyard to prevent or deter things from trying to get in. And as the screech of metal comes again, you see a tune is actually actively bending some of this. It looks like old metal bed frames and some other scrap metal that might have been scavenged because it's rusty. Um, and the tune is
Problems.
a. Who said what?
Tailwind's just under his breath. It's like, just out and about, a rusted metal sheet. That's gonna cause so many problems.
Maybe. Uh.
also tallest they.
Mhm.
Yeah. Thank
Yeah.
you.
But yeah, you see this like late teens, early 20s blue dog tune who at first glance has some motion blur on her arms as she is bending this bed frame down into a different shape. Um and then she like looks up at you, stops her work, and despite no longer moving, the motion blur effect still seems to be on her arms. Uh, she's like, "Oh, was that today?"
Hello. We're new.
No, we're Get like, no, we're burglars and we've broken in. No, yeah. Hi.
Yeah, Roadkill leaning in behind you, like shaking his head, like, "No, this is the cheese guys and company." Right, just walking around like you own the place, huh?
I look at Roadkill. It's like, I can see where you get it. Or is it the other way
It's
around?
just like,
Mhm.
well,
If anything, she gets it from me.
Ah.
Oh,
Cat,
you
How
Cat's
does
just
that
wish.
like,
react to the
in
cool? Go on, go on.
Cat's just like, in fairness, that was a very concerning noise, and like, thought it'd be rude as guests if like the hotel was like actively collapsing and we didn't do something about it. Though yeah, I won't deny I'm a nosy bastard.
Guess I can't fault you for looking out for the place, but if something was going wrong like that, Grandma Rita would let us know.
Fair. Sorta.
So,
In fairness, I'm not used to being in a building that can, actively report on their status.
Yeah, I imagine most people aren't. She like stands up and brushes her many sets of hands off and is like, "So, I'm Marilyn, and you are."
Cat's just like,
Tailwind.
oh, I'm Cat.
God.
Tailwind.
Right.
Sorry, I heard Tailwind say their name twice, so it was
Mhm.
just sort of like, I'm Cat, Shaun, Tailwind,
Yeah,
Tailwind.
Tailwind's just piping in, trying to
Yeah, on my
make sure
end,
they get
I
heard.
heard it
Mhm.
right over top of you, so I'm like, oh, I should
Mhm.
say that again just to be safe.
Yep. Mhm.
It's like that Shrek bit. It's like, Donkey!
Mhm. And I heard Shaun introduce himself as well.
Yes.
So, yeah. She's like, "Well, thanks for the cheese, I guess, but we can kind of handle ourselves around here."
It's fair, but,
I mean, who says
sort
no to
of.
cheese?
Yeah. And, like,
Yeah.
it's sort of. It's one of those things where, like, you can handle yourself, but if someone can help you handle yourself, makes it easier for everyone, sort of.
Hmm. If you say so. I mean, not exactly my place to kick you out or anything.
Maybe that'd be rude.
What was that?
You've done nothing.
I just understood rude.
Uh, Tailwind just said, well, that'd be rude. We came here, gave you more food, and then you kick us out.
Yeah, she
Just
just
said it's not her
Yeah.
place to kick you out, so.
Mhm. Yeah.
sort of. Cat's just like, well, that is actually a really fun design, yes.
Thank you.
I should have typed that.
It's not like I asked you to come here and bring us stuff. That was Mom's idea, but well, thanks, I guess.
I get into an Animas spirit a lot.
Good for you. Roadkill behind you like snorts with amusement.
My, they're more expressive than you. Astonishing.
Cat's just like. Cat's just like, well, we've ascertained that you're, okay doing the whole. He gestures towards the metal bending that she was doing, just sort of like, you're not being accosted by a roving trash disposal. And God, the way our lives have been going recently, that would have just been right on the money. So,
Nope, just preparing reinforcements for
uh,
the courtyard barrier. Wouldn't you believe it? There's been a lot more mutant attacks lately.
yeah. Yeah, no, I can believe that. That Elwill guy's been willing illfully.
I I mean,
I've
yeah,
just
let's go
called
with
him
that.
particularly motivated, but I guess you could say that.
Wait, what was the first part of Shaun's sentence? Sorry.
Oh, just like just describing it that way. It's like you could have just called him particularly motivated.
Or, no longer stuck to a wall.
Yeah, actively able to move. Let's let someone do more evil deeds. What an idea.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if there's a way to
Yeah,
re-stick him to the
someone.
wall. I'm not bringing up that.
Gorilla Glue.
I'm definitely not bringing up that I let him out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Tailwind does have some
someone scraped you off
self-preservation.
somehow.
On certain things, yes.
Yeah, she's just kind of staring at you guys. Skeptically.
Cat'll just awkward. Cat'll just be like, so, you're not being eaten by a thing that eats people, and we're in your way? Question mark. And just will step backwards out of the room, just like, I think she has this covered. Literally, actually, considering she made the courtyard barriers.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, I know you don't want or need any help, but if you see something you could fob off onto us, we could probably do it. Otherwise, we'll leave you alone.
No, might as well get out of here. Shut the door on your way out.
We
She,
can do that.
gives you a tight little strained smile. Mm-hmm.
Thumbs up.
as cat
Turns
as will
around.
awkward cat gives an awkward little thumbs up in the background as well.
Mm-hmm.
As
Shaun
they're
will just
walking
pick you
away,
up and
Cat's just
drag
like,
you
I
off.
think
Just
that
pick
went
you along.
well.
Roadkill's like, honestly, for Maryland, that couldn't have gone much better. I mean, I'm not exactly fond of newcomers, but Maryland really doesn't like new people.
I mean, the first time you met us, you slurred at us.
What, calling you idiots?
Yeah, I'm assuming that is a derogatory thing you call people here. Congratulations, it's a slur.
I think it's just.
I think it's just an
I
accurate
can't argue with that
description,
with that logic, but I don't think I agree.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I also helped you not get your asses kicked by a bunch of mutants.
That one's debatable.
I don't think it was
In-
debatable. I
in
think
fairness-
very effectively we did not get our asses kicked because of Roadkill.
Thinking back to that game, I'm pretty sure he
Yeah.
crit and max damaged something to death real fast.
I think he hit
Yeah.
maybe one thing. He definitely missed most of his attacks.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's sort of like, I'm the cool badass helper. Everyone's like, no, we're good, man, thanks.
He was trying to be.
Yeah. Within the story, however, he did show up and help us, and,
Mm-hmm.
we weren't pasted, partially as a result.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's certainly going to remember it as he saved you guys from certain death.
Ludonarrative dissonance is allowed in a Toonkind video game.
and the extreme cool bad boy is allowed to memory hole the times where he wasn't extreme cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Roadkill's like, just
He re-
imagine.
he
Oop, sorry.
he rejects our reality and substitutes his own.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Roadkill's like, well, just imagine if it had been Marilyn instead. I think she very well might have let you guys die.
Or helped kill us.
No, it's not worth the effort for her.
That's well, we should probably keep heading down the stairs then,
Yeah.
and not bother anyone else on the way.
Mm-hmm.
Cat turns to Roadkill and is just like, so, do you all just, like, ignore? Like, do you have, like, hearing protection? Because, like, the whole grinding metal thing, did he just do that, like, out of the way of people? Because you'd think that'd get, like, well, grinding on the nerves comes to mind.
Mm-hmm.
Pun not intentional. A little bit intentional.
Absolutely intentional.
I mean, it's not something she's doing all the time.
Fair and valid.
I mean, what were they fixing? I would have offered, but they're rude.
Mm-hmm. I think she would have taken you offering to help as some kind of personal insult.
And, like, in fairness, we were also kind of rude. We did just kind of barge in without knocking. I mean, not that she would have probably been able to hear us over all the screechy grindy, but you know.
I mean, the door was broken.
Yeah,
It
but
wasn't
Does that mean you
broken, it
go in
just
every
didn't
door?
lock. Yeah.
No, but I mean, okay. When a door is broken and you hear a
in fairness,
a slamming sound on the other end, you get curious.
yeah. And, like, in Cat's case, an unlocked door is essentially an invitation, but.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you were invited into the
So
building as a
anyway,
whole.
yeah, not specifically into her room.
Mm-hmm. That wasn't like her room, that was like a work room. It was just
Yeah,
full
but
of
you know,
parts for
a room she was in.
the roof thing. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, I didn't think it was, you know, the room she slept in or anything, but it's kind of
Okay.
like, you know, someone walking into Tailwind's workshop uninvited.
Don't question the slime.
I think they'd be beaten in the head with a wrench.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. And she didn't bean us in the head with the wrench, which means she was being polite.
Mm-hmm. She was tolerating your presence.
We
Yeah.
appreciate.
We should have probably sent Roadkill in first to, introduce us or whatever, but, you know, we're nosy. On the nosiness front, we should actually probably keep exploring around and meeting people.
Yeah, I
That is
think.
true.
Mm-hmm. You've almost met everyone, so I'm low key thinking like you make your way back to the kitchen to regroup with, or you're heading back to the kitchen to regroup with Patty, but on the way you have to go through the hotel lobby slash family room, which is now occupied. Um,
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Sorry, that immediately started playing in my brain.
uh, yeah, everyone want to roll perception?
We love rolling perception in this
please.
house.
More perception.
Yeah. See things,
Okay.
perceive things.
30, 20.
I see when it's loud noises, you guys hear better, but when it's not loud noises, I can keep up.
Yeah.
You have better hearing than us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like, it's funny because like I have a really good perception roll, and I don't think I've like rolled much above a 22. I hypothetically I could hit a
Oh
28.
shit! Yeah, you have a +8. Oh my
I-
gosh.
Insane.
Hot
Yeah.
damn.
Cat's
Uh,
good at seeing things. He's failed several perception checks. I blame the ADHD.
that's yeah, that's fair. In theory, he could see a lot, but who's paying attention?
His issue is he sees too much, and he's focusing on the wrong thing.
Mm-hmm. All right, with
It's sort of his like he would go on.
no, finish your thing.
He would, be seeing beyond the veil of reality or whatever, but he's too, focused on the 3 different anime theme tunes playing in his brain at the same time.
Yeah. So with 30, 20, and 21 and 21, all of you, as you step out of the stairwell, can hear sort of, some wet squelching noises as you approach the, lobby slash family room. Um, and on the floor, sort of sitting on the floor, uh, are two mutants playing a board game together. It's Candyland. They're playing Candyland. Off-brand Candyland. So that we're not
These
sued.
poor people.
Sweet World.
These poor mutants. They only have Candyland to play. That's not even a good board game.
It's
It's
for
so
small
okay.
children. One of them is a small child.
There's
Well, I guess it's
definitely
not
an
Mousetrap.
under the breath discussion of like Candyland. It's completely like once you set down the deck, you can't the winner's decided already. There's no randomness in this game. And that's what Tailwind's worried about. The game is not there's no way for that game to change who is going to win as soon as you stop shuffling. There's no way to determine or make yourself better.
One time when I was
Cat will sidle. Go on.
One time when I was like 6, I was playing Candyland with my little brother and the babysitter, and I shuffled the deck and I ordered the cards so that I would win.
Yeah.
Which, in hindsight, the babysitter almost certainly had to realize because I was sitting there for 20 minutes stacking cards in a certain order, but.
The babysitter's just like, yeah, you know what, I'm gonna let them do this.
Most people
Why
don't
not?
realize
Why
that.
not?
Yeah, most people don't realize Candyland, like, once you put down the
It's
deck and start playing,
deterministic.
nothing in that game can change the outcome.
House rules, shuffle every turn.
Yeah,
that
would
would
be better.
Interesting, yeah. So just to finish up the description, one of the mutants is bigger, and you're guessing the adult here, sort of purple slime slug guy wearing a Hawaiian shirt. And then there is a much smaller yellow goopy slime mutant with some purple tentacles and many eyes.
Very important question.
Mm-hmm.
Is the father figure wearing a cool dad hat?
Not in his reference art.
Look, my brain immediately goes to looks at Shaun, looks at them, looks at Shaun, looks at them. I get smacked in the back of the head.
Shaun's just like, I'm not being adopted again.
Oh.
Besides, I'm the wrong color.
You think they're racist?
That one's yellow. That's closer to green.
I mean, one is yellow and blue, and if you combine yellow and blue, you get green. You're just better blended than the child.
Insane thing to say.
Going to shake this cloud creature.
My brain immediately goes to, oh, we ran into some Spelljammer people. These are just plasmoids.
Cat hearing Tailwind muttering was just like, listen, we can bring some card game the purchasing basic starter decks to them later. One problem at a time.
It's already on the list.
You're gonna get this child addicted to trading card games when you know damn well he can't
Card
walk
what?
into a shop and purchase more.
They'll take your money. They don't care who you are.
We can get
world
them
peace
hooked up.
via match purchasing.
Oh yeah. We just haven't entered that arc of the anime yet. Sort of just, but like, you know, we can hook Wi-Fi up here, introduce them to online shopping,
and
then,
they're
you
gonna
know,
get
have
the
the
packages
packages
delivered.
to us.
Okay.
Like, we can act as a PO box and then deliver it to them in person. I've thought everything out except for how they get money. But, you know, they can do gigs on Fiverr. I'm a genius, and I have solved financials forever.
You have solved absolutely nothing. Goodbye.
I mean, they don't need to pay rent. Or utilities, I presume. God, imagine like their grandma was in the middle of like the city, like the actual, like the not bombed out city, and they had to pay taxes on their grandma.
God.
I just, I just depressed myself with capitalism.
Grandma dystopia. Bronson would. Bronson would though.
I'm sorry, we're going to have to repossess your grandmother. You have failed to pay your taxes.
Anyway, I think Roadkill like shoots you guys a warning look like, "Hey, remember when I said to watch what you say in front of the small child? This is the small child."
Ah, okay.
Which the
That-
smaller slime is like the size of a large beach ball. Smaller than
If you hadn't
Tailwind.
said that, I really wish you hadn't made that exact size comparison, because now I'm just imagining using them as a beach ball in like beach volleyball. I'm not going to let the intrusive thoughts win, but I want you to know I'm having them.
Imagine you go into someone's house for the first time as a guest and you just punt their youngest child.
He's football shape.
Yeah, I think
I don't know.
I think at that point the house would be very in the right to squash you flat.
I mean, yes.
Yeah, no, that's valid.
Anyways, let us meet these characters instead of riffing on them.
Instead of just standing there
hide
staring
them
at
like
the
nice
silence
people.
while you, the players, make jokes. Yes.
We appreciate this.
Yeah. Yeah. The larger purple slime guy sort of like turns around and spots you and is like, Oh, I see. You must be our visitors for the day. Patty mentioned you'd arrived. Nice to meet you. My name's Lawrence, although, the little ones around here mostly call me Dad. And this is our son Wesley.
Hello.
Oh, oh, hi. Hi, my name's Wesley. It's nice to meet you.
I present my hand to shake the there there is an impulse of like, okay, hello, goes over to shake hand to tiny child. It's like my hand's out there now. I don't know where to put it.
Towards the child or the dad?
First the dad, then the child.
The dad would shake your hand very heartily, and there would be a little bit of purple goop left on your hand when you were done.
Not the weirdest thing that I've had my
Mhm.
hand in. Good,
Yeah.
but I did not say that in character.
If you had, Cat would have just been like, not the weirdest thing you've had on your hand this week.
Oh, yes.
Mm. And I feel like Wesley would watch that, and then when your hand came his way, a moment of hesitation before he sort of like reaches up a tentacle and sort of like taps Tailwind's hand in a pseudo high five type thing.
Nice.
Oh no, I love him.
Excellent.
It's sort of. It's like. I like the dad, I like Lawrence, because it's sort of like. My paranoia was immediately like, oh no, a friendly dad. Must be evil. And then I was like, paranoia? What the fuck are you on about?
Yeah, that's just tropes eating at your brain.
Do you not see
Yeah,
his lovely
I'm filled with
Hawaiian
the brain
shirt?
rots. Yeah! Hawaiian shirt of evil!
You already know we're at least one evil dad in this campaign is. Shaun's dad might also be
Exactly.
We
he's
haven't met
certainly unlikable.
Sean's
We haven't met Shaun's
family.
dad. No, but he is by Shaun's own description bad.
Shaun aggressively refusing to talk about him at all. I'm sure he's fine.
Do any of the player characters in this game have like a positive relationship with their parents? Like their
Hey.
direct parents?
Nicola
Goat's
with at
great.
least some of their moms, I feel like.
I
I
will stand
suppose.
by Goat being a wonderful parent, even though I grew up in a rust-filled, horrible place.
Oh yeah, like the character's surrogate parents, yes, those are pretty great people. Cat's grandparent, but like Tailwind's like biological parents fucking suck.
Tailwind's parents suck. Brittany's dad sucks. Shaun's dad sucks. Cat, I think you said before that Cat's parents are fine. They're just adventuring away from away from the city.
Yeah. Cat's parents are just typically absent. They're not bad parents when they're there, they're just not there.
They're away on business a lot.
Yeah.
And then
His parents are okay.
Nicola is on good terms with 2 out of 3 moms, at least. The third one's kind of on thin
Two
ice
out of
right
three
now.
moms exist. 2 out of 3 moms agree.
We get along with our
X-brand fabric
child.
softener. But yes, introductions are being made. Cat will sort of shake hands with Lawrence and then just lower himself to as close to being even with this child as his 7-foot frame will allow, and like offer his hand for a high five.
Picture Wesley like on the tentacle equivalent of tiptoes trying to stretch up to make the difference. And then reaching up one
Oh
tentacle
no,
for high
I love
five.
him.
Hehehehe.
Your laughter here makes me worry for his future.
He's just a small child.
A
I-
small, easily put in peril, adorable child. I'm sure nothing will happen to him.
We'll see.
Yes, I'm sure
Plot
he will.
convenience
I'm
of
sure he will
characters that
be.
we're being introduced to and should care about. Foreshadowing is a literary tool.
It's a surprise tool that will help us later.
Anyways,
He's just a little guy.
A little guy.
And I love him.
As you should.
anyway, in character. Talon will say, "Well, nice to meet you. I brought some more food, and I have a list of things to bring next time. Uh, some better door hinges are on the list. Do you have any recommendations for a hardware store trip?"
Well, I think our regular hardware store's been out of business for a little bit now.
Okay, Zen, I have a very dumb thing. Talon has explored the city a bit. Has he gone this far in? Because I would love to roll just a flat d20 like fate check to remember if he's visited a hardware store on this side of the river and scavenged from it.
I don't think they've come this far in, but they can roll history to see if they've scavenged the hardware store before.
Okay. Story. Untrained still +5. Not bad.
19.
Not bad.
Yeah, you can remember closer to the river, a hardware store. Um, Let me come up with the name real quick. Um, not that, not that. Uh, uh, yeah.
Eyes. Because
Instead of low.
that's a pun on lows.
Yeah, instead of lows, it's
Oh,
highs.
highs. But no, I'm thinking of more unique locally owned. So it's like Green and Sons hardware needs. That was.
So yeah, just
Yeah.
under Tailwind's breath, he's like, I mean, Green and Sons was good, but then I took most of the stuff out of that one. I'm gonna shut up now.
I mean, it's not exactly like you could make a legitimate purchase from them at this point anyway. Uh. And Wesley pipes up like, what's a purchase?
They live in a
My
I do.
brain immediately went to the Simpsons meme. You can exchange currency for goods and services.
Yeah, and explaining what currency is
It's
to a
Mhm.
child who's never had to use it.
Exactly.
That is a bigger can of worms than I will than I have time to explain.
Mhm.
It's a token of Ursat's value for to replace a barter system, regulating it by making it a. Damn it! I used to be able to actually explain this decently well.
Are you guys saying this in character? Because Wesley is now
No,
just
this
like,
is.
yeah. Wesley is like looking at his dad and looking up at you like, will someone explain this?
You know what? I am fully. I'm gonna roll a history check, maybe, to see if Cat can remember how to actually explain the system of currency and the and capitalism as a whole, as defined by replacing the barter system. Where is history? That is a flat 1d20.
Hope you get a 1.
Imagine if I got a nat 20 and this child is just like, I understand completely. I shall grow up to be an accountant.
I shall be a capitalist myself.
I'm gonna reinstate
19! That's a pretty
capitalism.
good job.
That is not a 1, that's a 19.
Yeah. So Gat does a pretty fucking good just in the background for the rest of the scene. Like, you hear the kid typing up, and what's this? And Cat being like, well, this is a this and a this, and it was implemented at this time by this person. Who is that person?
I want Wesley to be available for the rest of the scene, but I'm picturing it's like a montage where Kat pulls out a whiteboard and like is pointing things out on it. Like a dollar sign and then like a cash register and a graph of the stock market.
That's very good background bits.
So just
And
looks
then
at physical
I'm
pain.
just
the montage ends and Wesley is like nodding and is like, "Oh, like Well, I was gonna say like Monopoly, but whatever the board game is, like Greedy Landlords, the board game.
Yes.
People
Cat,
do
Yeah.
that.
Cat clicks
Yes.
his fingers and is like, yes, exactly.
People
sort of-
really do that.
Also, I'm just imagining like, yeah,
Kinda.
kind of sucks. One of my friends is like the local boss of Greedy Landlording, and he sucks. Well, the dad of one of my friends. Sort of. Also, I'm just imagining while this is all happening, Tailwind slowly turning to look at Cat, just like, what? Do you know all this?
I don't
And Cat
quite.
just being like,
I've learned not to question Cat anymore, including in terms of physics. But still, I have to ask the question.
I get good grades in social studies.
Good to know.
What's grades and also what's social studies?
I was about to say if this kid asks what grades is, I'm gonna throw you in the lake.
Wheezing sounds.
Just queuing up another montage as Cat explains their fucking the fucking education system.
And then after the montage again, Wesley is nodding and is like, "Ah, Blake talks about school sometimes. I've never been."
Understandable and a mixed blessing. Some people do not like it, but it is also a good place to learn things.
Yeah,
How,
it's
Cat
all
was about
determined
to-
by who is teaching you what. Some people are better at expressing knowledge out than others. I am not good at telling people what needs to be known. I'm good at doing the things.
Also, Cat was about to be like, it's a good place to make friends, and then was like, all right, this child can't really go to school given the whole everything, so I can't, I don't want to be like, oh, it's a good place to make friends, so the small child can be like, oh, can I go to school? And, having to have sad talk with parents, so...
Yeah, you don't want to hype it
that's
up
how you
too
get a throat
much.
chop.
Yeah, I think Wesley is like nodding along. And it's like, "Oh, do you want to play a game with us? I don't think Candyland does this many people, but we could play something else."
I mean, Roadkill is kind of introducing us to everyone around here, so points to Roadkill. Any more people?
Roadkill shakes his head and is like, no, this is the last of them.
Okay.
Cat sort of like. Cat just like is immediately like, you're on.
Mm-hmm.
Cat is very easy to goad into games.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or, just kindly invite into games.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel like Lawrence sort of like scooches his way over to a shelf of board games and starts rifling through them like, well, make yourselves at home. We don't have visitors very often, so this'll be a fun change of pace. Let's see, what in here requires a few more players? Hmm. And we'll eventually come back with a board game that can accommodate 6 players. I don't know what game it is, so it's a game that only exists in Toonkind called Rumpus. There we go.
That sounds like it'd be like one of those Pachisi spin-offs, like Trouble or Sorry.
Maybe. I don't know a lot of board games myself. But
Sort of just the name. Is
mhm.
there an exclamation point on the end? That's very important.
Yes. The full name is Rumpus,
Okay, then
exclamation point, and the subtitle is It Sure Is Something.
There you go.
I love
Perfect.
this.
Mhm. Yeah, are y'all sitting down to join the game?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
As soon as he was invited, Cat just sort of like folded himself into a cross-legged position.
What about Shaun? What's
Shaun-
Shaun think of all this?
Shaun's a little bit like, hopefully we're not intruding too much or being a problem, and has been pretty quiet. But we'll sit there quietly,
Mhm.
and join in and not upset the child by not playing either.
Yeah.
So
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah,
Both of them, like, you can
like
roll insight, but like even without that, you can tell both of them seem pretty happy to have you there.
sort of. Yeah, Cat was like a little bit like, you know. Well, I was like, Cat was like, oh, I've been challenged, but I was like, is it kind of rude? But then again, this small child did invite us, and like, I don't want to disappoint him, and presumably the dad would have been like, uh, oh, that's a fun idea, sport, but we can, maybe do it later if it was actually a problem.
I'm mostly rolling just to see if Sean's insight is terrible, and it is.
Mhm. 6.
Shaun is
Yeah.
convinced that both of these people hate him.
They're acting friendly, but do you really know? I will say Roadkill is also sitting down to participate, and if there was a problem with you guys participating that the other two were too nice to talk about, he would bring it up. So you
Yeah.
seem to be
Sean
good.
trusts Roadkill to deal with faux pas by doing the right thing to make it really obvious to us. It's like, hey, dum dums. So
Mhm.
so seeing Roadkill being fine with it, it's like, oh, okay, so we're gonna play this game and we're gonna do it so the kid is happy.
Yeah.
Mm.
With the 12, yeah, they're genuinely okay with you being there. Lawrence is like, oh yeah, this is a nice experience to have different people to play with for a change, and Wesley is very excited to play with new people. Yeah, let's do I want to have every person make one roll to determine the outcome of the board game, but I'm not sure if it would be sleight of hand or intelligence.
Might just be a flat roll. Who knows?
Yeah. It's sort of
Yeah, if
sleight
it's
of
luck.
hand implies you're cheating a little bit, which, you know.
This is true. Let's do a flat d20.
Cool. I see Lawrence is very good at this game. Roadkill's even better.
Hey, question.
Shaun's even better than them.
Yup.
Question.
Mm-hmm.
Can I roll sleight of hand to cheat for the child?
Yeah,
If you do, it
it's
will
sort
be contested with a perception.
Tailwind cheats to make themselves do worse so the kid can win.
I feel bad about beating a child like this. I have opposable thumbs.
You can try if you want to, but I'm just letting you know that if you are spotted, there will be
There will be blood.
reaction.
This child does have like 4 eyes.
Mm-hmm. I don't have a sheet for him, but he's gonna have a bonus to perception.
It's how many eyes he has. No, okay. I will hold off. I will just beat the child.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes
Yeah.
you can just legitimately win.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, as a kid who like occasionally had people cheat to let him win, like often you can tell and it does kind of suck.
Yeah.
Wesley still does better than like half the people here.
Yeah,
so-
Wesley got the
Yeah.
second best roll. A lot
It's
of
like,
you are
how-
struggling with this game.
Fingers are sticky.
Well, I get the feeling that it's like an older game, obviously, so most of you have never seen it before, with the exception of, you know, the people that live here and play it all the time. Roadkill has probably played it before, but is, you know, doesn't really care, so is not trying very hard. And then Tailwind, somehow you've played this game before. Maybe it came in to the junkyard and Goat was like, "This is in such great condition. We're gonna keep this," and you got the chance to play
Yeah.
it.
It's Goat's favorite from his childhood.
It might be.
That would make too much sense.
So you grew up playing this. You have the best handle on the rules of any of the visitors. And I think Wesley's reaction is like, "Oh wow, I've never seen anyone do that good at Rumpus. You're really good."
I mean, when you think about it, and then he's gonna ramble on about the rules.
They
Look at what you've done.
You've unlocked the ism.
But
Cat's
yeah,
just
Wesley does not seem upset at having been beaten at the game.
Okay.
Cat's just like, you could hear them talk about their card game decks, can't they? He says, like a hypocrite.
Look
I was too
again.
busy like trying to read the rules and try and figure out how the heck this game is supposed to work because it was not working how he thought.
Man, and it doesn't help that the rule sheet is probably like faded and stained and half of it is illegible.
He tried. He just did not do good at all.
Again, side games outside of D&D. I have a couple of ideas. Besides the point.
Card games like Spoons? You have whole decks for that?
Must hold back. Not to info dump on tiny child. Kinda.
I'm gonna make a wisdom check.
Oh god. You can see the
This-
vein and trying, and then you just see just see Cat just like Hunter jumping at the chance. Like Left 4 Dead Hunter
Okay.
jumping at the chance.
I rolled in a thing and actually got a good result. I'm not gonna resist again. Cat's
Yeah.
just like... He takes a deep breath and then just visibly centers himself, and it's sort of like... Between me and Tailwind, I think we'd be here for the rest of the week.
Wesley like blinks up at you, not comprehending.
It's fine. Fine. Everything's fine. Let's restart. Try again. How about another round? Trying to deflect.
Okay.
Both Cat and Tailwind knowing that if either of them are set off, the other one is going to inevitably also be set off.
Exactly.
And they both have... And they almost certainly both have, like, very different deck building profiles and stuff. Fucking hell, Tailwind.
Why? Congratulations. I'm king of games. Why does it keep happening?
Cat's also getting the hang of it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Oh,
Shaun
Shaun
picked it up
too.
as
I think
well.
reading the instructions helped.
Yeah.
You had him upside
Sure.
down, sir.
Shaun's just like, these instructions are kind of stained with slime. Oh, I'm made of slime. I can just osmose the information.
Oh wait, this unfolds here and there's another page of information. Oh, this explains so
Oh,
much.
All those bonus scoring rules that I completely ignored last time. Oops.
Mhm. I feel like this time around Wesley is very intently watching Tailwind play to pick up tips and tricks for later. And like barely paying attention to his own turn.
Needs to learn from the master so he can crush his dad more next time.
Mhm.
Yeah, the next family game night is going to come out and destroy everyone.
There you go.
Yeah, Tailwind wins again. Whoa, you are really good at this game.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean,
Are you trying to be modest after you won both games?
I can't help myself. I feel comfortable beating a child in 2 consecutive games against something they've done a lot.
I like the mental image of Tailwind just being like, not that great. You should see Goat, and Goat just has a flat +10 to playing this specific game.
Whenever we're snowed in at the junkyard, we just sit and do this.
Delightful.
It's either this or Parcheesi, and Parcheesi got thrown out the second time it got brought out. No one likes Parcheesi. No one understands Parcheesi.
I mean,
Hmm.
I've only
It is
been
a shame.
I've only been playing Rumpus for like a year. I wasn't big enough to play before that.
All right,
Yeah,
well,
there's
you'll
a
get
decent
it.
amount of numbers in this game.
It's a little math. If you can get used to this, you can. You definitely have a head start on other things in life that take a lot of math.
He nods very seriously.
Cat very carefully avoids saying card games.
Anyways, Can pulls out the list, which again starts out with anime, manga, list of stuff for God, I forget her name. Tree Dog.
They were
Oh,
Shelby. They had some books they
Shelby.
wanted.
Shelby.
Yeah, some books,
Yes.
Book
and
series they
then
enjoy.
actual food and things that would be better for them to have.
Mhm.
Fantasy is a key part of life, and fiction is delightful. It's
Mhm.
soup for the soul. Which is, slightly secondary to, soup for the body, but not that far behind.
I mean, with the amount of cheese I brought, I mean,
Yeah.
They can have fondue for for the body.
Mhm.
I mean, there's also all that zucchini.
Mhm. They seem relatively set on necessities out here. So the little treats from society are a decent offering.
Yeah. It's sort of. If you can get by on necessities, then luxuries are the luxury.
Because you guys need to understand, they don't need us for help. It's just
Yeah.
No,
get them nice stuff
mm-hmm.
that
Yeah.
they can't go to the store for.
Like unbroken locks and doorknobs
Well, maybe they like the doors broken. Have
and a
you asked her?
generator.
They have a generator. They have some power out here.
Ah, that's good. Creature comforts.
Mhm.
Also, I find it very important to note that if there is ventilation in this building, the only reason Cat hasn't started crawling through it is it seems like it'd be rude to, grandmother.
Yeah, if you tried,
Don't
Shaun would stop you.
don't
It's just sort of, hello, yes, grandmother, I am going to crawl through your vents. No. No.
You would get spat back out very fast.
Yes.
And probably pummeled by both Shaun and Roadkill.
And know he deserves it for that fucking for to that note.
Mhm.
Sort of he doesn't care much about, the concept of building security or anything, but like
The building's a
bodily
person.
security is a
Yeah.
different thing. Yeah, exactly. It's rude to crawl through someone's veins.
Mhm.
I don't want to think about that. Continue.
All right. So,
Well,
Tailwind's asking what sorts of things they might want or need.
Yeah, he's adding it to a list.
Mhm.
they
Yeah, I feel like Lawrence is going to be like, well, definitely worth checking with everyone. I think, from what I've noticed, some new light bulbs, some, uh, this and that and the other. It might be worth getting some school books for Wesley if you can find them.
That shouldn't be hard though. They will probably be branded with Bronson Industries. I will see if I can file those off.
Necessary evil. He's,
Mm.
so far we've been able to teach him the basics of reading, writing, math, but, getting to the point where I'm not sure what we should be teaching him anymore.
Hmm.
Cat leans over to Tailwind's like, maybe we should see what Percy has. He seems like the sort of person who'd have, actual textbooks and not, praise at the feet of the Bronson Corporation style stuff.
Not by and large. If you remember Wally.
Yeah, sort of. He seems like the sort of fellow to stock banned books and, actual decent textbooks.
Although, textbooks might be a stretch. You're looking for, uh, probably more in the neighborhood of preschool workbooks.
Mm.
Fair.
He's just a little guy.
He's just a little guy. You can ask clarifying questions about that. If you want to.
Writes it down. It might. How far in can I get a Wi-Fi router? I could probably splice into the city's internet connection. Shouldn't be too hard.
Yeah, sort of. Wonder if they'd be able to do, online schooling. Zoom. Or whatever the Toon kind equivalent of Zoom is, Keep the camera muted. Do you mute a camera?
Mm-hmm. I feel like
Keep
Lawrence
it
and
off.
Wesley are looking at you similarly puzzled. Lawrence is like, oh, is school something you can do on the computer nowadays? That
Yeah,
would
it's a
be
little
helpful.
different.
Sort of. You can do a lot of stuff on the internet these days.
Interesting. Although I think most of our kids wouldn't be too interested in, uh, schooling again.
That's fair. I'm not terribly interested in it either, and I'm in the middle of it.
Mm-hmm.
Except for social studies. That's fascinating.
John just kind of coughs a bit, just like. It's like, I'm not sure how much these guys know.
Didn't need that intrusive thought.
What?
My brain's just like, the Avenue Q song? The
Yeah.
internet is for porn.
Yeah.
That-
As soon as
that
you said
just
Avenue Q, I
started-
remembered that.
Yeah, that just started in the back of my head, and it's like, brain, why did you
Not
do this
the
to me?
time.
Yeah. No, not at all. So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, between Cat and Tailwind planning to introduce the wonders of the internet to this small isolated community. Like, one thing I've wondered is like, it's like particularly like fucking Wellspring that has like such strong anti-mutant sentiment, right? Because like, it feels like if these guys could like up stakes and move somewhere else where like anti-mutant sentiment wasn't a thing, somewhere on the fucking
Somewhere else in Inkwell?
the yes, thank you. I was trying
Mhm.
to remember that name.
Yes. Perhaps. Yeah, tunes are weird, and these guys might not be seen as super weird in other parts of Inkwell.
Hopefully a building
Ignore
can't
my
move.
Ignore my plot hole.
There's no plot hole. You can't leave Grandma. She can't leave.
This is a good point, yeah.
Yeah,
These guys
exactly.
in particular can't
Yeah.
leave.
Yeah, and it's sort of like, it's their home. Why the fuck should they have to move? Just because some twat in the next city over is like, oh, fuck them guys, actually.
Fuck them kids.
How old is he? Anyway,
Oomst.
Wesley.
You can ask.
It would probably ask that to
Mm-hmm. To the dad,
Lawrence.
Lawrence.
Yeah, Lawrence, not to Wesley, since I don't know. Wesley might not know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Um. So yeah, Shaun sort of aside to Lawrence, like, how old is Wesley? Lawrence is like, oh, Wesley's about 5.5 now, coming up on 6.
Ah, okay, okay.
Mm-hmm. You can roll insight on that if you want.
Yes. Yes, I do.
Yes.
I'm like doing math, and I'm like, okay.
How long have you been 5.5, coming up on
That-
6?
That is
A while.
inside is.
That one.
Look, all my
Tailwind.
luck gonna take. I'm in gamer mode.
Tailwind is
Just-
writing things down and not paying attention to this conversation.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
I shall also do an insight. +5. 13.
Yeah, I mean, 13 and 15, both of you can tell there wasn't a lot of mental math going on before that answer came out. It was a pretty straightforward answer for that. And with a 15, heck, I'll give it to you, Shaun. A lot of the Tangleford members obviously have one thing in common of being dog tunes, and you can make a guess they were all just normal dog tunes before getting mutated. Um, that's a trait that Wesley does not share. He shares his mom's mutant tentacle trait and his dad's mutant slime trait, not the non-mutant dog trait.
Yeah. That's what I thought. I was like, Jesus. I'm like, they've always been mutant, probably.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Mm-hmm. You can.
And also the fact he talked about.
Hmm?
There's also the fact he talked about being too little last year, whereas, all the others seemingly haven't aged all that much. Like, we know
Yeah.
that, we know Dear Rat Boy. Roadkill. Fuck, I'm bad with names.
You're right.
We know that. That's just how my brain has internalized him.
You could call
I
him that.
don't know why.
Just not to his face,
He'd
because he'll
gr-
cut your nose off.
Exactly. Exactly. Well, Cat wears a mask which protects his nose. But yeah, it's sort of. Yeah, he's mentioned he hasn't grown up in a long time or grown much, whereas, Wesley, if he was too small last year and then big enough this year, that kind of implies that, like, there's been some significant growth within that period.
Yes. Roadkill in particular doesn't age at all, but most other mutants age, but just at a slower rate. About 1 year of development for 10 years of time passed.
Damn.
Yeah, Roadkill's got that lobster power.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Part of me's now wondering, like, is that going to happen to us?
That was the question at the time.
Mm-hmm. It is a question you guys have wondered before. You're not the
Cat's gonna
DM
be
here.
so
You don't
annoyed.
evil cackle.
I'm doing it on your behalf, you know? An evil cackle feels like it was necessary. A sort of Cat's gonna be so annoyed if he's got to spend like 3 centuries as a short ass in his own estimation. Like, Cat thinks he's short. Cat is not short. He's short by family standards because he hasn't hit his second growth spurt yet.
Oh, wonderful.
That's just a giraffe going, man, I'm so short.
Pretty much.
Mhm.
I mean, his dad's like his dad is like full on twice his height, and his grandparent is fucking massive outside of their cloak, so
Mhm. Yeah.
Cat's just like, I am a wee little boy. I sure can't wait to be tall like my dad, he says, towering over literally every single person he knows who is not in his immediate family.
Don't worry, one day he can meet Harlequin at the partyplex and be validated in not being the tallest person.
I love that.
But yeah,
sounds like
you'll
trying
have
think.
you'll have to wait and see if that applies to you. But it appears that yeah, this small child who was born a mutant seems to be aging at a normal rate. You would guess. You're making some assumptions there, but
Yeah, because like Shaun could ask, but it's like, wow, that would be a really rude question. I should not
Mhm.
ask that.
Yeah.
yeah, like
Tailwind, you have no social ability. Why don't you ask?
I have been slapped in the back of the head multiple times today. We're good. I don't want to bring up the age thing.
You could ask Roadkill about it later.
Yeah.
I forgot where we were doing.
We were discussing school supplies for small boy Wesley.
Mhm.
Fuck, I'm bad with names.
Yeah, so now you
We've been-
know. Yeah, Wesley's 5, almost 6, and you can buy school books according to that.
Hell yeah. Fucking really should not trust Cat with buying school books, because, like, even odds you're going to get some vaguely educational manga.
How to draw anime.
It has taught me all the skills I know in life, and now I bequeath it to you.
Baby's first how to draw manga for beginners.
Nice big easy shapes, good for 5-year-old.
It's all chibis.
How to draw manga, the Connect the Dots edition.
There probably are some child educational animes.
Oh, absolutely.
Cat showing up with one that's like teaching basic Japanese characters. Like this isn't quite relevant, but you sure will learn something.
It'll
They
learn
speak
you
English.
something.
They speak English, can write Japanese flawlessly. How?
Like 20 years from now, after the plot, kid's grown up, and it's just sort of like, you have such an eclectic knowledge base, and sort of, I had very eclectic teachers.
I thought you were gonna say like Wesley is a Japanese professor.
It's just
Welcome,
sort of
children.
Wesley can speak fluent Japanese and deconstruct a fucking uh, construct and deconstruct a combustion engine. Can't conjugate verbs.
Only in Japanese.
Oh God.
Uh, but yes, we were making plans for Wesley's education and then got distracted twice.
Yes, we got hard distracted.
Learning about his age was important for education purposes. We needed to know how old he was.
And also lore purposes.
Yes, I got to deliver
Yeah.
you my lore.
We wanted the lore. I wanted the tasty lore.
It's also interesting to note that like the mutant traits carried, but the dog traits did not.
They might. Who knows? They might grow into them.
True, it might be like Shaun, where like 10 years time they will mold themselves into a canine shape. That
Hey!
is- now that's got me wondering, can Shaun teach them slime molding abilities?
You could
Tutor
try.
in shape shifting?
Wesley is not pure slime.
Yeah, Wesley has tentacles.
Yeah, there's some
Well,
inner
that just
workings
gives
going
him
on there that I don't exactly know.
Don't know what they are, but you know they're there, and that's important.
They're cute. They have little stars on them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I love them. I also
Alright.
quite like the dad. I just like how he's just like glorpy slug guy. Fond of him.
Thank you. Thank you. I designed many an NPC for this.
Mm.
They're great. They are all great. And I like them all. Is fucking what's his name? Blake. Teeth Boy? Blake. Blake, yes, his name is above. Is that inspired by Look Outside?
Yes. That is my Joel
Yes.
from Look Outside XP.
Nice. I have a friend who's very into Look Outside. Sort of. It's one of those games that I mean to play at some point and will probably play in like 8 years when I'm out of other things that I intend to play at some point.
Yeah, one of my friends very recently got into it, and now I am being pulled in. I'm going to start playing and streaming in the Partyplex server.
Nice.
Hehehe.
My brain is not remembering, but trying to remember when original giant mutant mess thing happened.
I think it was.
I want to
It was
say
20 or 30 years ago.
I want to say, yeah, 20 or 30 sounds correct. I was going to say 20, but like it could be like 25, 30. Any time within 20, 25, 30 range.
Okay,
There
yeah,
is an exact time, but I don't remember.
Yeah.
Let me see.
God, being a teenager
Mostly
for
confirming.
30 years would suck.
Okay, 30 years
Yep.
ago.
Yep.
All
Yeah, I
right.
was mostly confirming, yeah, Wesley does not predate that.
No.
I'm like, this is like, Shaun has other questions but would not ask them because it would be rude.
No. If there's nothing else you guys want to do, I can, scoot you towards exiting.
That would be nice because, like, I would like to do more, but I keep getting distracted by getting lost in the weeds,
Mhm.
Yeah.
That do be how
which
it
is fun
goes.
but not productive.
Mhm.
A stick smack, smack.
Yeah, so I think the mom Patty sort of like walks in and is like, "Oh, good. You guys are getting along then?"
Yeah. I think we've met everyone at this
Tailwind
point.
just Tailwind just finished destroying us all at Oh, you literally just said the name like 2 minutes ago.
Rumpus.
Rumpus, yes, I knew it was something like that.
I
I was
can't
thinking
help but-
Calamity.
That sounds like an actual game.
Yeah. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised to learn Rumpus was a real game, but yes.
Yeah, that's fair. But in Tailwind, in defense, we'll just say I can't help if the dice like me.
Well, it's nice to have another actual competitor around. I've
that
been
that
I've been wiping the floor with most of my family for years now.
Difficulty level maximum.
she also rolls with a +10.
Yup. Oh boy.
Part of me is just think Cat doesn't know that Goat is really into Rumpus. Otherwise, he would suggest bringing Goat around.
But you wouldn't be able to bring Goat around. That'd be a problem.
Yeah, I think you would have to explain quite a lot to get Goat here.
I mean, in the back of my head, I have a headcanon / like conspiracy board theory that he already knows and doesn't realize I know. But that's for a different time.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah.
Goat just like, yep, that sure is a bunch of my very notable, very specific junk that has gone missing, that has gone into that robot. I remember thinking, what on earth am I going to do with that wrecking ball? And now there sure is a wrecking ball being used as a robot.
I choose to ignore this.
Mhm. Well, not gonna let it ruin my day.
like, well,
Uh,
it's fucking up Bronson shit, so good
mhm.
for them.
Yeah.
Way to go. Mhm. Yeah, I think Patty's like, will y'all be wanting to stay for supper or heading out?
Hey, I think we could make our way out. Unless, like, how bad's the snow? Because I remember this
I'm
was
just
like
gonna defer
winter.
to
Mhm.
to to our actual smart friend.
Mhm. Yeah, I think
That's
like
going to defer to Roadkill.
Yes.
I think Grandma Rita from the ceiling's like, it ain't been snowing today. You should be as good getting out as you were coming in.
All right.
Uh,
That's
yeah,
Thank
you
you,
don't
can.
Miss
impose.
Rita.
Mhm. What was that, Lordly?
Cat just says thank you, Miss Rita.
Huh, I ain't been called Miss in 50 years.
Didn't want to presume.
You really broke the DM that with that one.
Oh. Alright. Yeah, you can roll insight on Roadkill for his opinion on this if you want.
Yes. Yes, we
I'm
love getting Roadkill's
assuming
opinion.
Roadkill wants us out of his life as soon as possible, at all times.
I'm just assuming that at any given point, if we incite Roadkill to see if he wants us gone, it's a solid yes.
Oh, that's 2 ones in a row. I'm just gonna.
Mhm. Yeah.
Do I need to reload?
Tailwind and Shaun are both like, oh no, Roadkill's really turned around on us and wants us to stay.
No.
Roadkill doesn't mind Shaun.
Roadkill does
Shaun
not mind
behaves.
Shaun. Roadkill is cool with Shaun. With the nat 1, Tailwind is like, oh my god, Roadkill seems so angry. Oh my god, we better get out of here ASAP. I've done something wrong. I don't know what it is, but I've done something wrong. With a 6, uh, Shaun, yeah, Roadkill seems, disinterested in all this, so you can assume it's probably time for you to head out. With a 24, Cat will actually notice. Roadkill looks a little bit softer and more relaxed than he usually does. He is not actually trying to rush you guys out of here. It would probably be okay for you to stay for dinner if you wanted to. But leaving now is also fine. But like he is having a decent time visiting as well.
See, this is where Cat and his extreme socialism, or socialness, he's also a socialist, but you know,
That's besides the
That's
point.
neither
Cat
here
is
nor
social
there.
and I am. Yes, like Cat is more social than I am, so my brain in real life is saying staying would be rude. But you know, Cat would be like, if you wouldn't mind, yeah, like if we wouldn't be in imposition. And both of the other two are just like, no, Cat, shut up, I want us gone.
Yeah, I mean, other two, will you step in and try to convince Cat to turn this down?
Shaun would probably lead with more, like, just, like, only if it wouldn't be, like, an imposition, because we don't want to take away from you guys.
Here, like we did just come to drop things off for the sake of, you know, wanting to make sure you had nice things. We don't want to immediately then be like, now give us nice things in return.
Oh, nonsense. That's how being neighborly is supposed to go.
Well, if you are certain.
Look, we're doing better than most folks out here. It's no imposition. Or I wouldn't have offered.
I mean,
Well,
okay.
that'd be
Don't
Sorta-
mind me. I'm a bit of a shut-in, so if I ramble or like shut up for a long period of time, it doesn't mean I'm trying to be rude or not interested. I just tend to this one points at Cat. This one tends to have to drag me out of my workshop.
I'm a social butterfly. They're an asocial caterpillar.
I don't think I've ever heard it put quite like that before.
They're a lovely person, they're just bad at it.
I'll take that as an.
Tailwind's bad at being a person.
I'm not denying anything right now.
I didn't mean that to come off as a roast, I really didn't. But
right. Well, if you wouldn't mind helping the other kids set the table, dinner should be ready in just a few.
Certainly.
We must help,
You
and we
will
must do
have
it
to direct
correctly.
us towards.
Mhm.
You'll have to direct us to the cutlery and such.
Oh, I can
And
do it. I know where everything
Cattle
is.
just.
Thank you, Wesley.
Thank
Thank
you.
you very much.
Yay!
Before this is all before we
Mhm.
all scuttle off to the next room to help, Cat'll just lean over to Roadkill and be like,
You should probably find the other two wherever they've disappeared to. Make out manor or wherever, and like tell them we're being social.
Yep. I'll go find them. And he heads off to go find the other two for dinner because absolutely they would want to participate. I know them this
Yeah.
much. Alright. I'm gonna say let's take a little break here and then we can do dinner and wrap things up.
It's
We'll be
great.
back in like
Excellent.
5 to 10.
Hell yeah. I've
All
been
right.
having fun.
Yay!
Yes.
All right.
Alright. So, you guys help set the table with Shelby and Wesley, and everyone sits down for dinner. It's like a vegetable soup. Yippee!
"Oh yeah,
And now is your chance
we
to.
love us."
You love us. Uh.
We love us some vegetarian fare.
That's the majority of what you can grow out here. I mean, to
Very
be
hard
fair,
to grow a meat bush.
this is Ennsville. There probably is some kind of vegetable you could grow that would be alive, and then does that count as meat? Alive in the sense that it can get up and walk around, but like.
You immediately made the joke, and I'm like, no, yeah,
Probably-
this is Ensil. They have a meat bush.
Vegemon
yeah.
says hello.
My
But I
thinking is
don't-
the opposite: a vegetable that is not vegetarian.
Like, I don't think it'd count as meat because like the protein strings would be different. So
Mhm.
it'd be like vegetarian plus challenge mode.
Anyway, yeah, so vegetable soup, and now is your chance to interact again with any of the guys you've met before who you were interested in talking with more.
Cat is immediately going to try and rope Shelby into a conversation about their preferred fantasies, like their preferred genres of fiction.
Yeah. They're a bit shy. Do you want to roll a persuasion?
I will roll a persuasion. That one, Cat just spooks them by his very effusive.
Are you disappearing
Please,
into the ether? Stop
You
floating
walk
off
I had
into
to
away.
put my
space.
microphone. I had to put my microphone down for a second to use my mouse.
Are you holding your mic like a stand-up comic?
Yes, it's the only way to consistent. My microphone stand just keeps falling over, so it is legitimately the best way to fucking ensure I'm like at an audible volume at a consistent distance.
Okay.
Oh goodness. Yikes.
Also, it gives me something to do with my hands because I am a fiddly sort of person.
Flat 1d20, got a 9. Little too effusive there, caddy boy.
Yeah, I think you start asking Shelby about this and then you get too into describing your own favorite works of fantasy and then you try to explain the isekai genre and Shelby is just sitting there looking a little bit overwhelmed.
Shell shocking the poor dear.
That sounds cool, I guess.
And then there's the social commentary inherent in, the escapism. And he just keeps on going on in that vein.
I have the nat one, but I'm going to shut up before I add. I'm not going to post it because it feels really mean.
Mm?
No, say it.
Fine. Posted in Spectator.
Oh. It's the baseball guy explaining to a girl meme.
That feels too far for me.
It's not quite at that point. Shelby
Why
does
the
not
fuck
feel
are you touching
physically.
her, dude?
Shelby does not
Yeah,
feel
Cat's
physically
not-
trapped at the table.
Yeah, and Cat's not, getting that far into their fucking personal space. He's got, he chooses to exercise restraint sometimes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Again, this is what I said. That's the nat one.
The thing I love about the that picture specifically is the guy in front of the baseball guy also looks bored to tears.
Mm-hmm.
Just like, shut the fuck up, mate.
That's Shaun having to listen to Cat go on about this.
Pretty much. He would try and spare them, but can't really do anything about it without shoving food in Cat's mouth.
Mm-hmm.
And Cat has a mask on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like the Nicola might cut in and start talking to Shelby about gardening instead, and like tell Cat to
Yeah.
shut up in their nice southern way.
Yeah, uses their, social skills to rescue Shelby and direct Cat elsewhere.
It's like, oh, sweetheart, why don't you talk to someone else now?
Uses their, mind connection to just be like, Cat, for the love of God, I love you, but shut up. You're oh, thank you. You're distressing the poor kid.
They don't want to be hearing all this right now.
Yeah, there's a lot to deal with. Also, my roommate bought me a chicken sandwich.
Nice.
Cool roommate.
Hmm?
Cool roommate.
Yeah, they are. They should get a cool roommate hat.
You can always get one for them. I'm sorry, I'm picturing someone going out into public with a baseball cap that says cool roommate on it.
It's very silly, but I love it.
I'm actually legitimately very tempted to go and do this.
Make a note of it for later, after we finish the game, perhaps. Tailwind and Shaun, is there anyone you guys want to talk to?
I think it's Tailwind is absolutely in the preparation mode. I'm listing things and then mumbling to themselves around dinner, and if anyone interrupts them, they're going to be like, "Oh, you want to talk?"
The Fitnessgram Pacer test is a multi-stage. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel like Patty will try making conversation with Tailwind once or twice before realizing that's the response she's getting and, like, move on to talking to other people.
Yeah, it will be very informative, but exceedingly confusing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like, once Cat's been distracted from the poor kid earlier, like they'll just like they're in autoresponder mode. They're thinking.
Well, it certainly seems like they've got a lot on their mind.
But a conveyor belt would be very handy. It's just random tangents
They're
on
never
things.
not like this.
Well, good to know.
They're good at what they do. They're very good at what they do. What they do isn't talk to people very often.
Mm-hmm. And Marilyn
But
just pipes in to say clearly.
But what of the squeegee? More
the thing is, they wouldn't even
alarming things.
contest you.
Just like, how are these connected? That's the best you're getting out of Tailwind right now. It's like, how are these things connected? You know what? I don't want to ask.
Ominous mumbling.
Mm-hmm.
What's Shaun up to?
Yeah.
It's a good question.
How's he feeling? Because this meeting another slime dog mutant tune.
Yes. Though, of course, they don't know he's a dog.
Mm-hmm.
No, Shaun is. Since Shaun doesn't look very doggish.
Yep, they don't know, but he
Shaun might.
knows.
Shaun knows.
Whole family of dog mutants.
Part of me is just like having learned that Shaun's dad sucks earlier today. Part of me is just sort of like, oh, Lawrence is there, kind of aggressively dadding at him. Well, not aggressively, parentally dadding at him.
Mm-hmm. it's it it feels like the universe is targeting you a little bit, Shaun.
You know, universe is
The invisible
explicitly
DM.
targeting me or something.
Mm-hmm. Oh, whoa! And
How
The
many-
universe is
family?
How many
like, oh,
slaps
a
slaps
family.
roof of Shaun? This one can hold so many families.
So many families can hold this one.
Yeah.
This one's trying to drop families like they're fucking red hot knife.
You are giving him families like fleas, and he is trying to get the flea medicine. It's not working. Girl, no, you can't tell people that you're a kitty. I'm sorry. You can't do that right now. Sorry. A certain cat is rubbing up against my microphone, so I had to mute it a few times.
Man, kitty,
Little kitty.
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 Gibbity.
Kitten. I love them.
Oh, hard distracted by
I love
Kitty.
kitten.
Mm-hmm.
Congratulations, the missile has done his job.
Yeah, because Shaun is like struggling between like, I should talk to people and be normal, but also like, Marilyn's probably not super thrilled we're still here, and I don't want to call too much attention to us.
Yeah, Marilyn is like visibly a little
mean-
bit mad that you guys are here, but she is like glaring at
Behaving.
more at Cat and Tailwind.
Don't worry, we're growing
Cat who
you
is
like a
being-
fungus.
Cat, who is visibly wigging out one family member and just sort of being a socially absorbing beanpole of attention. It's very hard to notice Shaun under when the scrutiny is directed to Cat. He's a lightning rod. Like, socially and kind of literally. Don't walk next to him in a storm. Or do. You're less likely to be hit by lightning.
He's tall. The lightning will go to him. And he's covered in metal with his swords.
Yes.
Yeah.
I will say you could talk to Roadkill as well if you don't want to draw too much attention by talking to the family.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like, because he kind of curious about some things, but also is like, don't want to be rude in their presence, which is like his main problem, being like, nobody want to be rude, don't ask questions that are rude.
Yeah, you can save questions for later too.
Yeah.
How much aluminum is that gonna cost? Just like, ha! Again, weird things someone is just saying out of pocket.
I don't remember. God, I know I remembered something I wanted to say once, and I don't remember what it was.
Oh no. Just that you wanted to say something.
Yeah, and I was like, God, now it left ages ago.
Damn.
Dang.
Hello.
Maybe like just more quietly to Roadkill. It's just like, are there many kids like Wesley, or is he like the only one you know?
I don't really know of many others like him. I'm not the most social, as I'm sure you've figured out. So I think Wesley's the only one I know personally.
Yeah, that's fair. That makes sense. Just wondering if like there's a whole bunch of kids here that.
You want to roll insight?
Yeah, let's roll insight. Let's do fun insight rolls. We're gonna roll real bad again. It'll be fun. Oh no, that was not bad.
Dirty 20, hell yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, as Shaun brings up the idea of there being more kids in Ennsville, Roadkill sort of seems momentarily to tense up and like glances over the table towards Nicola, sees that they're busy engaged in conversation about like uh fertilizer cycles and soil aeration, and then uh relaxes a little bit and is like, I mean, yeah, there's some kids over here, but I don't know how many of them are new.
Hmm.
Ah.
That makes sense. It's not up to you to know everyone's personal life. Would be weird.
Yeah. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if there's more out here, but it's also not really most people's top priority to, you know, start a family.
Yeah, that's why I was almost a little surprised to see how young he is, but I'm not gonna ask them about that. That's just not very nice.
Yeah, the Tanglefords are doing a lot better than most people over on this side of the river.
With the barricade they have set up and all that.
He nods. They've got a really fast growing garden and a decent barricade to protect it. Hard for a lot of people to get set up.
They've got the extra hands to help with. Though, with how Marilyn mentioned more attacks more recently, I'm just a little concerned that Illville is going to cause more problems for the people here, and I'm not sure if we should be doing something about it.
Yeah, probably something to discuss another time.
Not now. Now we're having dinner.
He nods. The Tanglefords have managed to avoid a lot of the ugliness on this side of the river. I don't really want to bring it into their home if we can avoid it.
Yeah, like the kid seems happy, and I'd rather he stay that way.
Roadkill nods.
And then he'll just behave himself and eat food because it's like, let's not be a problem.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, a flamethrower would work, but that's probably a lot of.
Why are you talking about flamethrowers?
I'm thinking about a pneumatic tube system to send stuff over from on the other side of the river to over here. But then I'm like, okay, but what if okay, I'm going to roll a I'm gonna roll a what was it? Wisdom save to shut up kind of thing that I had last game.
Mm-hmm.
Because again, Tailwind was left alone in their own mind for a while, and then it's just like, okay, what are you saying? And then he'll just start spurting it out.
Yeah. Cat's just gonna lean over and like, I am vetoing the flamethrower. Save that for the weekends, huh?
Yeah. That's for Rads. Yeah, fair. I need to save the flame thrower fuel for the robot fights. Anyways.
Yeah. There's only so much accelerant to go around.
Okay. That's high enough that they are not gonna just throw something out that's like that might cause problems.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Okay.
I feel like Wesley is like, whoa, you have a flamethrower? You fight robots?
Okay.
And Blake also looks intrigued.
I mean, it's
multiple.
Yes. Tiny children looking in awe at Tailwind. Oh god, no, I'm being perceived.
Oh no, these children think I'm cool. I may have to be social.
To be fair, Blake doesn't have eyes to look at you, but Wesley's making up for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wesley's picking up the slack.
God damn it. Yeah. Both thank you and fuck you. That got me worse than I thought it should. Anyways, oh god. This might be a bad time, but like Tailwind might just pull out a tiny little robot like RC car that they have in their hammer space. And just say like, yeah, I mean, once you figure out how the radio waves work with the from the control board to a remote control of your choice, it's not super hard. It just takes a little bit of tweaking here and there. And I'll make the D10 roll. And if I roll a 1, we'll figure something out because I don't have a fumble roll chart yet, but I keep meaning to make one.
There's a standard one you can use if you fumble.
That's 10. We're good.
Yeah.
At 10.
So yeah, it's just like Tailwind will probably leave this here for them to play with, but it's just a tiny handmade remote control car. It's like this one turns it to the side and side. This one controls the front wheels and like helps with turning, and then this lever here is how fast you can go with it. And just
They are both watching very intently, and Blake's like, "Whoa, that's cool."
yeah, I mean, Tailwind doesn't think that's
They work.
overly
They work.
complicated, but and they will like, no, I mean that's
Yeah.
not that bad. I mean the treads took a while to make from the other one that I'm building, but that's for the robot fights.
Cat
Yeah.
just leans on top of Tailwind's head, like, yeah, they even taught me how to make one. It's
Whoa.
a really fun process, and they explain it very well,
Whoa, could you teach us?
and they're good at it.
I mean, yeah, it's not hard. Uh, are they getting glared at by adults? It's like, don't. What are you doing? Teaching our children?
No. On the contrary, I think like Patty gives you an encouraging smile.
You have
These
congratulations.
kids need a fucking hobby.
These children have been have taken the hyperfixation on prepping and possible awkward conversations to talk about robots. Tailwind's one hard weakness.
Cat's just like, personally, though, I am going to veto you teaching them how to, do stuff with flamethrowers, because
I mean, that's just friction, but yeah, we can avoid that.
flamethrowers, rail guns, anything that could do like serious property damage. Maybe wait a couple years.
Oh, property
Okay.
damage or,
Cat is being
hurting
responsible.
Yeah. Lauren, speaking of like property damage
Oh, yeah,
or
that's-
hurting each other, probably best to avoid.
Bumpers. Gotcha. Don't. I mean, half the fun of these things is is building a ramp and seeing how far you can get it up. But like that's just basics. The other half is it bouncing and not exploding on impact.
He is not talking about the cars hurting the cars. He's anticipating that the car's weapons will be turned on the sibling.
That's
That's how children work.
yeah.
Yeah. Maybe we can just avoid weaponizing them like at all until they've
I mean, you can start with
ever
wheels.
got the grounds of.
We can start with wheels and then work our way up to propellers, and then I mean, I gotta talk to insert name here. I forgot name I came up with for the Lancer NPCs about how he fits a tiny control system onto a paper airplane. It's insane. But like,
It
yeah,
really is.
like those guys are good. Those guys are real good.
Yeah. Yeah, they are annoyingly good, honestly. Anyway, yes, we can discuss safety proofing, our generally actually quite dangerous hobby for children, later.
I mean, we just have to
But yes,
not
start
add a
with
bunch
the
of
basics.
buttons. Start
Yes.
with motor control, and then work our way up to the Z axis.
Cat and Tailwind yammering back and forth, everyone else in the room. What the fuck are they on about? Lawrence just standing there, just like, listen, I want the assurance that my children aren't going to be flambéed or electrocuted or blown up.
They don't even have Nerf guns. They don't need rail guns.
Exactly.
But yeah, that is now what Tailwind is focusing on instead of trying to configure a pneumatic tube system large enough to send supplies and powerful enough to send over metalworks.
This is probably a safer thing to be focusing on.
Yeah,
Yes,
the other one sounds dangerous.
the other one sounds like it could liquefy a man.
It could certainly liquefy a slime man.
I mean, that's not hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the problem with being slime. You're already halfway there.
God, I'm just imagining like once they get back to Tailwind's workshop and like they get back to talking, like Tailwind gets back to theorizing about how to deliver supplies. Cat's just like, oh, we could do a cannon situation and attach wings to the payload.
I mean, does a slingshot really count as a weapon?
Yes.
Yes, and I was also counting more of a cannon situation. Like, you don't need a full pneumatic system, just a partial pneumatic system to give it enough lift to launch.
Mm.
Anyway, that's a later conversation.
That
Yeah.
is
Unless any.
drag the spotlight somewhere else. We will keep ad-libbing.
Yeah. Unless anyone has anything else they want to say at dinner, we can wrap dinner up and send you on your way.
Cat, like, once dinner is wrapping up, Cat will thank them very kindly for the impromptu invite and the food, and will offer to help with dishes.
You know what?
Aww.
That's another thing to add to the list of things to bring. A working washing machine.
I mean, you can't stick dishes in a washing machine, but
Yeah, I feel like Patty's like, oh, that's a real kind offer of you, hun, but you're my guest. I can't ask you to do that.
Cat's just like, I still feel obliged to offer. Thank you again for dinner. It was delicious.
I'm
And then
glad.
he'll sort of awkwardly. Cat has such fluid movements in my brain that I have such a hard time conveying verbally. He'll just sort of like corkscrew in place until he's just done a 180-degree turn. Just like awkwardly walk out of the kitchen area, like not before the conversations are done, just sort of like, yes, I am in the domain of someone I do not know very well, and they have been very polite to me.
Nod,
That's
nod.
why I'm being a weird little twister creature.
Yes. Cat is my escapism creature in that he has a lot of my anxieties, but he's also got enough confidence to just go, I'm anxious about this, fuck it, I'm going to do it anyway.
Nice. Hell yeah. I feel like as soon as dinner is over, Marilyn kind of like disappears back into the building because she's done interacting with you.
Wow. They are just like you for real, looking at Roadkill.
Roadkill shoves Tailwind.
Ah. You cannot hide from the truth. God.
Honestly,
Like, Cat will look between Roadkill and Tailwind and be like, actually, I'm kind of getting vibes of both of you. Just the machinist making things angle. And now I'm imagining you two having a kid, and I wish I hadn't.
Please no. That's weird.
Roadkill's face is scrunching up. Yeah. No.
How off to the side is Lawrence?
How off to the side do you want him to be?
Probably enough that, like, children would not be overhearing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, maybe he's carrying some dishes to the kitchen, while the kids remain in the dining room, so solidly out of hearing range.
Yeah, because it's like, I kind of have a weird question to ask you. And you
Uh,
don't have to answer if you don't want to.
well, alright, go on.
Um, just, Shaun's kind of looking at his own hands. Have you had any issues with, like, when you bleed on things, they start moving?
Well, no kidding, that's an odd question. I can't say I remember bleeding on anything. Um, hmm. Well, a couple years back there was that. No, don't think. I don't think I can recall anything like that happening, no.
Okay. Good. I just had something weird happen one time, and I was
Ye-
hoping it wasn't like just a mutant that generally looks like us kind of thing. I don't know.
No, I think the only thing that you can count on as a mutant is that weird things will happen from time to time.
That's true. But yeah, thanks for putting up with such a weird question. You're just like the first person I could talk to that looks kind of similar to what I look like now.
Yeah, quite a variation in how people mutate, so I understand it's not common to find someone else who's similar. You got any other questions, you can come to me. I mean, I've been dealing with this slime stuff for about 30 years now. I like to think I've picked up a trick or two.
Yeah, I bet you're a lot better at it than I am. Ugh. I was stuck in a bucket for a while. That wasn't fun.
But look at you, you're up and out of the bucket, so you can't be doing too poorly.
Thankfully. Don't look very dog-like, though.
Did you used to?
Yeah.
Hmm, well, give me a second to figure out how he'd word this. Well, if there's one thing I've learned, it's that who you are isn't really about what you look like, it's what you feel inside. So, whether you look it or not, if you feel like you're a dog, then you still are.
That's nice of you to say. Thanks.
Of course.
But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
you have some good kids here, so, it was nice to meet them all. Thanks for letting us come visit.
That's nice to hear. We've been trying the best we can. Uh, glad to hear from someone else that the kids seem to be doing all right.
They're doing a lot better than I'd be doing at their age.
Mhm. I Man, I so want him to just like pat Shaun on the shoulder. Yeah, he's gonna do that reassuring
Gotta-
pat on Shaun's shoulder.
So Shaun kind of freezes up a
thought-
little, but tries not to look like he's freezing up.
Do you want to roll deception?
Yeah, see, he's good at covering up his unmeaning reaction.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a decent roll for it. Let's see if he can
Awkward
do it.
sibling hug, pat, pat.
I'm just imagining like the fucking two slimes being very slightly stuck together. It's just like splat, splat.
It's Toon rules. He could pull his hand away just fine, and Shaun's deception beats his insight.
He's like, oh good, I didn't look like a jerk.
Oh, good. I didn't accidentally tell him I could turn back into a dog whenever I want.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't worried about that. Was more like just like, oh, this is uncomfortable. I should like this, but it makes me uncomfortable.
Aww.
But he didn't want to be mean, so.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, thanks again. It was really nice, meeting some other mutants who
Yeah.
just seemed to be doing okay and not trying to attack us, which was nice.
Yeah, I know that can be hard to come by out here. you y'all are welcome to stop by anytime for a visit.
Oh, well, I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah, I'm sure at some point we would inform them that we have like a base of operations on the other side of town, if ever they end up that way. That is like quote unquote safe place.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good thing to bring up at some point.
Nod, nod.
Yeah. The only reason Shaun doesn't bring it up is like Shaun doesn't want to like make it sound like he thinks they're going to be in danger. Doesn't want to upset them. Doesn't want to imply that they're going to be in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
So it might have to be one of the others who says something like that.
Yeah.
But after that he'll disengage politely and go to help with the others getting ready to leave. So they taking up this poor family's time.
Ooh. Yeah. Ooh. And Lawrence is also coming back out of the kitchen to, see everyone off. And I think Patty's like, well, it was lovely having you all come to visit. You're welcome back anytime you're in the neighborhood. Uh, yeah, it was nice to meet all of you.
Lovely
All the
meeting you
feeling?
all as well. You will probably see more of, at the very least, Tailwind, because they have set themselves a project, and I'll probably come along to ensure that they don't set themselves too many projects, and also to to hang out with all you again. You seem very nice. So long as Roadkill doesn't object. He doesn't say that last bit loud enough for them to hear, but like too loud enough for Roadkill too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Roadkill's like, well, they invited you, so for whatever reason, they seem mostly fine putting up with you.
God knows why.
They don't have much competition for people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, true.
It's just
That's
like the
true.
bottom of the
The
barrel. It's like, oh, thank goodness, there's something in this barrel.
yeah. the first, like, some of the first new people after 30 years who aren't, trying to rob them or, steal their shit or
Kill
throw
them.
throw
Mhm.
mutants at them, yeah.
Mhm. Yee.
Yeah, they're not like, ferals.
Mhm. So
Cat
yeah.
is very much like a feral creature, but it can be distracted with anime.
He's
Yeah.
only partway feral.
Yeah. He's mostly domesticated. He's like one of those, like, cats, literally, that, you domesticate, like, you grab a feral kitten off the street and raise it, and it's still, like, half feral for the rest of its life. That's cat.
Yeah, that was Elvis, my cat. Literally, like, probably not 2 weeks on the street, and it's still acting like a little bit dejected on certain things.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah. Anyway, I will say that you guys are heading out from the house. You say your goodbyes, and now you are walking back to the city. If there's anything that you wanted to ask Roadkill, not in the presence of the family for fear of being rude, this is a good time.
Well, that was nice. I have a lot of questions, but don't know if you want to hear them now.
I'm just amazed you managed to wait until you were out of the house to ask.
I definitely had to slap my face a couple of times, but we're all good.
You did it though, congratulations.
For restraint.
So yeah, might as well ask now.
Okay. Are there other like communities in Ensville, or is that like the most stable one there?
I mean, there are other people living out here, but the Tangleford's have the best setup that I know of.
Oh. I would assume most people would want to like congregate in one area, out of safety in numbers, if anything.
Safety in
I'm surprised
numbers
there's
is
not more.
also making yourself a bigger target for hostile mutants that are trying to cause trouble or hunt you.
Mm,
Safety in numbers only works if those numbers can fight off what they attract, and a lot of the people who kept their sanity don't necessarily have the most helpful mutations.
add that to the list. I mean,
Just the
okay.
mental image.
Go,
The
go on.
mental image of Tailwind just coming back and setting up like a machine gun nest or something.
That might be a bit far, but
You were talking about a flamethrower earlier. One
yeah,
of
the heat
those isn't a
pipes.
fucking.
It's perfectly reasonable. It's not insane at all.
I'm just saying, a machine gun nest isn't a potential violation of human rights.
It's okay, there's no humans here.
Or war crimes.
All right. I mean, question two. there seems to be a lot of people in with the Tanglefords that are let's just say younger than the Blast. So I'm kind of worried about that and wondering about that, but don't really know if you have that answer.
It's just Wesley. The rest of their kids have been around.
Ah, okay. That's concerning. Do they realize? I get the
Uh,
feeling like
Blake is kind of a bit messed up about it. I don't know if that has to do with how young he was when it happened or what happened with his original family, but he doesn't seem to realize as much what's going on, the situation, but Shelby knows and Marilyn.
okay.
Did
On
they lose any other
yeah, go.
kids, or like all their kids like that, like fine? Since
All the Tangleford kids made it through. Okay.
okay, that's good. I
They
assume Blake's family didn't.
Yeah, they didn't get hit very hard when it happened, so
Oh, because they were
No.
farther out.
Well,
further inside.
presumably. Yeah, presumably they were in the hotel at the time, given their grandmother. Was it their hotel or?
Nope, but there's not exactly anyone around to put up a fight for ownership of the place anymore.
Yeah, and I suppose it's kind of hard to argue that your grandma is the hotel now. Like, I think that transcends legal ownership. Hopefully.
Mm-hmm. I'd like to see.
Nonetheless,
Oh, I'd like to see a lawyer come out here and try to argue any of this.
Eh.
that's fair, but I also wouldn't put it past Bronson.
I think they'd be eaten.
Roadkill nods and points to Tailwind, like, "Yep, you got it."
That's true. The cop bots really aren't useful at
They're not
all.
very smart.
I think I've installed fear on them. It's funny.
Roadkill is giving you a disbelieving look.
Cat's going to
Look,
give
I get my robot
give
parts from
Tailwind.
somewhere.
Cat gives Tailwind an admiring look. Like, you're a messed up little individual.
I do what I can.
It is 100% complimentary in his tone.
Yeah, and I just think back, it's like, oh yeah, the little RC car was definitely made from Copbot parts that was torn down and then just rearranged.
Okay, very occasionally it just picks up the Copbot radio frequency and has like, you know, fucking 2319 in progress broadcast.
Yeah,
Yeah. Like, do you think they might be a target now that there's more activity happening? Since that whole safety in numbers, and it is a big place.
they've managed to take care of themselves for this long. Between Rita and Marilyn, they can hold their own okay. I'm not too worried about them.
Okay.
That's
Because I
good.
know I've been doing fine, but now with ill will being a problem,
Mm-hmm.
it's like new kinds of problems, and I'm like,
Ideally, ill will doesn't find out about them to consciously target them, but because that
That's
might be a bit
yeah.
more than they can handle.
but
I
they're
mean, I
not
don't think
attracting any
ill will
attention out
pays
here.
attention. Yeah, I don't think ill will pays attention to anything other than his own things.
Yeah, thankfully he's a little obsessed with what he cares about and not much else.
Couldn't
Yeah.
relate.
So as long as none of you bring it up to him, they should be fine. He's glaring at Tailwind.
I'm not gonna bring it up to the crazy man.
Or like, you
Tailwind is
sure?
distractible. Tailwind is distractible and an ADHD menace, but they're not stupid.
Agree to disagree.
Cat just like shrugs at that. He's not gonna argue. He can see a protracted pointless argument when he is baited into one. Sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it begs. This is a question that at least has been running through my head for a while that I've just kind of been ignoring. I think we've told you that we found out recently the Catalyst V is a natural compound that's underneath the city. Somewhere.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think you've told him. He nods.
Yeah. Okay, just making sure on that. A lot of things have happened, like the one after another. And okay, I'm just like, how much is down there? And with the incident that has happened, where was Ground Zero? Like we can't technically the lab where we found Ill Will originally before we knew all this was going on, I assume was some kind of staging point. But like, what is it? How to get there? And is that like the it didn't seem like that was a pumping point and more just a storage area. So if there is, I'm assuming that whatever happened all those years ago was kind of a big oil vein pop and then hit the city all over, causing mass damage. So the question is, how did that happen? When did it happen? Who's responsible? And does anyone else know besides Crazy Man and us? And is that information that we should be spreading around? Like telling them that technically the stuff that turned them into mutants is still around and under their feet. Would that cause a problem or like what? I don't know. It's a lot
Yeah,
of things I worry about.
that I feel like is a conversation to have, and not something to rush into willy nilly.
I'm not a biologist. I'm not good with chemicals. I'm an engineer. Like you tell me this oil is better than this oil, and I'll use the better oil or like the better grease. This is completely different.
Yep, but you're probably the closest thing to a scientist we've got.
That's from everything I've seen. Yeah, that's this is my this is my problem to figure out. Bronson, no. That's the biggest question. Because
What's the biggest question?
does Bronson know? Because they've been around this whole time.
Now that one I can't help you with.
Yeah, that's. I know I've done a lot of snooping in on at least how Bronson Tech is built secondhand after I tore it apart. But it's a side project. I shouldn't worry about it.
You want to roll an insight?
Sure.
Everyone can roll.
Oh.
Okay, dokie. Insight.
Right. That. Oh, right. That my ping pong brain had another question in mind, but this is much more of a roadkill thing.
Mm-hmm.
Gamer lean activated.
Mm-hmm. We could get to your other question in a minute after we handle this.
Yeah, gamer lean activated.
Mm-hmm. All right. Yeah, with 8, Kat and Shaun are oblivious to this, but with a 17, Tailwind will notice that, like, as you mentioned, like, ripping tech apart to study it, like, Roadkill gets, like, visibly uncomfortable.
I mean, I work in a junkyard, man. I've never done it to a person. Like, you don't need.
That's an
How do you
odd non
fix a car?
sequitur.
He look. He looked worried. It's like, I've torn apart a car. Like, I know how to take apart and rearrange a insert car and brand name here.
You're really not
within a
helping your
full
case
day.
here.
I don't know. Like, I mean no harm other than academic, and my hands are they're meant to be a grease monkey. What do you want from me?
He,
What do
like,
you mean?
So, out of
Roll is
character.
worried.
alright, let's,
How did
Verl first, and then
Sorry,
Lordly's out of
continue.
character thing.
So, what do you mean Roadkill looked worried?
I mean, yes, he's very stoic there, but like, do you have a problem uh with things being taken apart? Other than it seems very like I don't know how to explain it. You looked worried for a second there.
Yeah, don't worry about it. It's never gonna become relevant to you.
Oh yeah, that's foreshadowing.
Lordly, you're
That's
out of
definitely
character.
sarcastic in character.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my out of character observation, which I would make in character, had Cat noticed the insight check succeeded, is that just now I am suspecting there's just a fucking plague of people being turned into robots. Because, like, I'm suspecting that, that Roadkill has, like, a sibling hidden away somewhere, and that they are just a full-on robot now. That is my, suspect.
This is your Lordlyhour prediction hour.
This is just what I suspect.
Nod, nod, acknowledged. In response to Tailwind saying, well, that's foreshadowing, Roadkill's like, it's not foreshadowing if it's never relevant to you.
We're your friends, and we want to help. The best way we can help, is by people telling us things.
No, the best way you can help in this case is by keeping your nose out of my business.
Aye, aye, oh, Capitan.
Let's not forget that there's still a mind reader who is out, who is opposed to you guys that you still have contact with. I am not sharing secrets that I don't have to.
That's very
Fair.
valid.
There. The Brittany problem will need to be figured out at some point. I honestly don't think she means harm to us. I just think she's terrified about failing Papa.
She was sure as hell willing to hurt Lena. So I don't know who's
That.
included in this us you think she doesn't want to hurt.
Bad turn of phrase there. I think she just wants to be left alone, in my opinion. The problem is, I think the more things go on, the more things are going to drag her back in, whether we like it or not. It's a part of this too, whether she likes it or not. And if something becomes a problem, like, I don't know, I'm spitballing, mutation turning you mad after a while, or paranoia there, well, living in the ivory tower that she does, things might turn out bad.
Well, good luck with that.
Yeah, that's our problem.
I know how I'd handle her, and I don't think that you guys would like it.
I mean, metaphorically, I'd like to smack some sense into her, but that's about it.
Yeah, signs point to no. I probably wouldn't like what you would do to her. I just hope it never comes to being that necessary.
Yeah, try to make sure that it doesn't.
I guess the quickest way to that is by cutting it as much of this off at the stem as we can. So I guess ill will should be our next hard target to figure out.
Makes enough sense.
We know where I think he's kept his lab since last time.
Yeah, I'm gonna say maybe you guys are approaching the bridge so conversation can wrap up.
Yeah. You know what? That's a question. As Roadkill stops, it's like, why do you? Can you not like go too far? Like, what's this deal?
Gee, you live in a city with a guy that hates mutants and would assuredly do something terrible to me if I was found there. Why on earth why on Satori would I not want to go there? It's a mystery.
I mean,
There
you're not the
are-
weirdest kind of
there-
person I've ever seen, man.
And there are other cities.
Yeah, like I know it sucks here, but like, why not leave?
I feel like we've been over this before. Leave to go where? With what? I don't exactly have a lot of money or a car, and it's several days' walk to the nearest non-Wellspring city from here. At least I know what to expect in Ensville.
Okay. That's. How about this? At the very least, would you like to come inside the junkyard, which is right there, right next to the river, and have some good warm food? We are not associated with that. Looks at the billboard, like just points at the stupidest billboard, pointing into Ensville. It's just like Wellspring City, the perfect place to live.
Yeah. I feel like Roadkill, not immediately, he takes like a second, but then he shakes his head and he's like, I've got to get back home.
All right. Honestly and
Invitation
earnestly.
stands.
Yeah. If you need anything, and if things are, I live down the road. The junkyard is always open to you and anyone here. I have supplies that I've stashed there because I'm a hoarder, and I'm in almost every single day. Understand that this is a safe spot.
Well, as safe as anywhere in Wellspring City can be.
Yeah.
Fine. Lordly, what were you saying earlier?
Just that. The last thing I remember saying is sort of like it's away. The invitation stands
Ah. Alright.
when Roadkill was like making noises to be like, well, I've gotta go right now. It's sort of like, yes, but in future, sort of thing.
Alright. Yeah. I feel like Roadkill pats Lena on the head and then heads back into Ensville.
Sort of.
Thanks for the help.
Have a good evening.
Yeah.
Enjoy that you have friends that care about you.
That's us.
He flips you off.
You
Understandable
cannot escape
reaction.
the ever-crouching feeling of love. I've tried.
We're very persistent.
Clearly.
We'll get Shaun soon enough.
Oh, I have very enjoyed this.
Yeah, this was fun.
Yay. So yeah,
Sort
everyone
of like,
heads back across the bridge into town and game over. Yes?
yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yep.
Yay!
Yeah. Unless there's any epilogue things you want to happen.
Nope.
No, no. I had a lot of fun.
Yay!
Sort of. Just that end bit where sort of like Tailwind's just like you showed us a place where you feel safe and connected. Let us provide one for you.
Never
This whole
gonna
friendship
happen.
deal. This whole friendship thing, it's reciprocal.
Ha ha ha. Roadkill, bold of you to assume we're friends.
Sort of Cad's just like bold of you to assume that we aren't. We've
You
had
don't have a
more
say
than
in
two
this.
conversations. Sort of just like we have had more than two conversations, and you have yet to physically throw me off a building. I feel quite confident in saying we are friends.
It's because he knows throwing you off a building wouldn't do anything.
Absolutely not.
Alright, I'm gonna end the recording. Thank you all for playing. Thanks to our listeners now and in the future.
Thank you for running.
Thank you for hosting.
Yay!
These games are fun, and I hope they continue.
Yay!
Yes. I very much
Bye!
enjoy myself.
Goodbye.
Bye. Have a wonderful Wellsprings day or evening time. Goodbye.